Hello world, this is a Dark Knight up to level 70 guide. This is Shadowbringers 5.2. Links for both the gear and the accessories can be found in the description box below. So for the Glamour set, we have the Ravel Keeper's Guillotine for the main hand, the Paws Knee for the head, the Strife Vest for the body. For the hands, we have Nightsteel Gauntlets of Fending. For legs, we have number 2 type B Leggings, and for the feet, we have Bonewicca Protector Sabatons. This is a Shadowbringers Dark Knight Skill Spotlight. Level 62, we get a new trait called Blackblood. Allows for blood gauge accumulation upon landing of certain actions. Certain actions meaning your combo finishers. So for a good example is your Soul Eater combo. Once done with a Soul Eater combo, you will gain 20 blood gauge. And along with Blackblood, we also get the Bloodspiller. Delivers an attack with a potency of 600. Blood gauge cost of 50. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. Bloodspiller is a general single target use, typically 1 to 2 targets, or if you just left with a boss. If you have AoE, just continue focusing on your AoE rotation. At level 64, we get Quietus. Delivers an attack with a potency of 210 to all nearby enemies. Blood gauge cost of 50. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. Now that you have Quietus and a Bloodspiller, Bloodspiller is used on 1 to 2 targets, while Quietus is used on 3 or more. At level 66, we get the enhanced Blackblood trait. Allows for blood gauge accumulation upon landing of any weapon skill or spell while under the effect of blood weapon. So basically, once you proc a blood weapon, once you have this trait, you're going to gain an additional 10 blood gauge every time you use a spell or a weapon skill under blood weapon. At level 68, we get Delirium. Allows the execution of Quietus and Bloodspiller without cost, restoring MP when landing either weapon skill. Duration of 10 seconds. It is instant cast with a 90-second off global. Much like Blood Weapon, this is going to be a priority off global. You want to use this into an immediate weapon skill. You want to always use 5 weapon skills. At level 70, we get the notorious the Blackest Knight. Creates a barrier around a target that absorbs damage totaling 25% of target's maximum HP. Duration of 7 seconds. That is busted. It is instant cast with a 15-second off global, and it costs 3,000 mana. The same cost as your Flood and Edge of Darkness. This is generally used up against a tank buster if you're the main tank. If you're the off tank, you use it on the main tank when the tank buster is coming. And if you're in a dungeon pulling large or semi-large, you're going to be using this up against enemies' auto attacks. After using the Blackest Knight, you have about 7 seconds to get it to pop. Whether it's auto attacks from a ton of enemies around you if you're pulling large in a dungeon, or it's just a tank buster coming at you from the boss itself. You want to pop that shield within 7 seconds so you're able to retaliate by using Dark Arts itself, which will give you a highlighted marker around either Flood of Darkness or Edge of Darkness, meaning that it's being used under Dark Arts, that it is quote-unquote free. There are some instances where the shield will not pop, so if it expires and it did not pop, it was not consumed completely, you're essentially wasting mana. Okay, so for the rotation, we're going to go through the Bloodspiller and the Quietus. These guys are pretty simple. The Bloodspiller is pretty straightforward. You're up against a single target or 2 targets. You're going to rotate between them, and you're just going to do your normal Soul Eater rotation. Once you get to a certain amount of blood gauge, you're going to use it on the Bloodspiller. So we got 40. Up until this point, this is pretty much the only way of gaining blood gauge. So we are at 60. We have, let's just imagine we have 2 targets. So we're going to use our Bloodspiller. Whammo. Now we're going to do the Quietus. So obviously Quietus at this stage is pretty much non-existent, but you do gain the gauge from the blood weapon. So we're going to pop the blood weapon. Now we're going to do 5 AoE. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's pretty much it. The issue with the Quietus is that up until a certain point, you really don't gain blood gauge by doing AoE. You just don't have a means of doing so. So Blood Weapon kind of helps you out with that. Bloodspiller is used on 1 to 2 targets, and then the Quietus is used on 3 or more. So Bloodspiller on 1 to 2 targets does 600 potency, while the Quietus on 3 targets we'll do 210 times 3, so that's 630. And that's where the difference in potency comes in. So up next will be Delirium. Delirium is a priority off global. It's treated the same way as you would treat Blood Weapon. For that example, we're going to use a Salted Earth, since they both have the same off global timer. So just like Delirium, we're going to use Quietus and Bloodspiller. I'll focus on 2 Bloodspillers and then 3 Quietus, since we have three targets here, just to give you guys an example. So we're going to do a spell or weapon skill that will put us on global cooldown. Then we're going to immediately do Salted Earth, Delirium. We'll do 1 Quietus, 2, 3, and then let's mix it up. 4 and 5. Alright, this is a Dark Knight up to level 70 guide. See if I can find the UI. This will be the Ghimlyt Dark. Okay, provoke the second target and unmend the third. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer a regen on me 24/7. Okay, Blackest Knight, Rampart. Cast single target. The placement of your Salted Earth is fine, but there are some enemies that take up most of the area, and it won't let you actually place it using macro, so that's why I have Salted Earth over here in the corner. Okay, so as soon as they touch down, Blackest Knight, Arm's Length. I'll grab this guy too. Put in a little bit of my mana there. Okay, as soon as that expires, the Blackest Knight one more time. I might want to stand in that telegraph. There we go. Okay, Shadow Wall Reprisal. I know this guy doesn't do tank busters, so there's no reason for me to hold on to the mana. Alright, boss fight. Just waiting for everybody. There we go. We'll get this one. I don't remember. Tetra Trance. Okay, that's a tank buster. Always use those two together. This is a room wide. And gap closer. Gonna burn my mana here. That's a room wide. Okay. That's a tank buster. Boom. And that's it. Okay, so the first... I remember this boss slightly. So the first boss is going to die, and then they're going to do the little blade dance thing. I just have to avoid the little lines. And then the second time they do this, they change it up a bit. They had no stack circles, I believe. So the first one was kind of easy. I don't have anything for that. Innocence. Okay, so that's this one's tank buster. I think this is where people die, because it is pretty annoying. What I do is I just go around them, try to do like a full circle, so they slice everything. And then just stay in the center. And plunge. And break. Because that's it, the boss is dead. They're just gonna do their little animations and yada yada yada. Come on, man. Here we go. So I'm gonna shield the healer. This is unnecessary because it really doesn't get you killed, but I'm gonna shield the healer anyway. 7 seconds, folks. Remember that part. It doesn't last long. We're just burning everything. Just burn everything. Hello world, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe here. You can also donate if interested in supporting the channel. More content to watch on the right side. If interested in joining in the Tempest Talons, info in the top left. And as always, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time.